Okay, actually today I'm going to teach you how to cover grommets. So these are the metal grommets that we're going to be covering. And this is when you see the group Croft, you'll see us at fairs and festivals, and we have this on here. This is actually the inside. People don't see that, but what you see is here's the outside. Now this one I'm almost done. I just gotta cover 2 more grommets. This is I've started here, but I wanted to show you how to cover grommets. All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So there are many different ways to cover grommets. The best way to do it is whatever feels right for you. The way I do it, some people might get a little upset because I don't tie it off, but the way I do the grommets, it doesn't loosen up. Now I did a recreation of Mary Rose Tudor, and I covered her grommets, and it's been, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 years that I remember. But the grommets have never separated. So like I said, the best way to cover grommets is what's best does feel like, what feels right with you. So I'm going to show you the way I do it, and to me it's the cleanest way and the fastest way. But like I said, it's all up to you, whatever feels right for you. So what I'm going to be using is a DMC, and the number is, I can't see, 3852. I'm getting old. 3852. There you go. That's the end. Now, I usually split them in 3s. That way I can get the thickness and coverage that I actually want. So we're going to put it around here, and then we're going to cut it. I have a sewing kit at work, so I didn't have it here at home, but... Sorry, the depth perception between the phone around my neck and then recording, it's a little, I'm not used to it. Okay, here's 2. Here's the 3. All right, here we go. And I'm just rolling it, untwisting it. Yeah, okay. And now we just thread the needle. There we go. Now I don't tie it. Some people tie it at the end, but I don't. Like I said, I do my own thing. Okay, so now we start in the back. Oh, I think he's done with this tree. Ori, I have a needle. Hey, I know, it's new. Anywho, I'm not going to edit that out just because, it's life. It's part of life. So then you pull it and you see the end here. I see the end. Okay. And then when you're going through the grommet, you hold it. Okay. Here we go. And now you put it next to the thread, next to the grommet. Or you just add a treat. Here we go. And then that's why I don't tie it, because I go next to it. I go next to the grommet on top of the thread. That way it ties, and when you are putting the thread going around in circles around the grommet, it ties itself, you know what I mean? And then you're going to go around until your thread is done and you can get more. So I'm going to continue this. I'm just going to put the camera on pause. That way I can go around. I don't want to take too much of your time, so I'm just going to go around in a circle on the grommet. So every so often, I turn the fabric around and I can see how the fabric is, how the embroidered thread is touching the grommet. I'm making sure that it's the right spacing. I give a lot of space in between so that I can put the thread when I go back around right next to it. But once I get to that point, I'll show you. Okay, now I'm part where you see that tail. You're still holding on to the tail and you push the needle through. And that's how it doesn't unravel. You have to be careful because sometimes when you try to push it through, you're going against the grommet on the inside. So you have to just move it to the side to make sure you're not catching the grommet. So once you're almost at the end of your thread, I have a little trick. Because remember, I don't tie it off things. So I put it through to the other side, and then I go underneath the threads. It doesn't have to be next to the other, but I just put it right underneath, and I go all the way around. If I can see. But you see how that's looking? Sorry if it's a little blurry, I'm so sorry. But hopefully you can see. Oop, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, let me fix this. And I'll be right back. Anyway, I was going to fix it off camera, but you guys need to see it anyway. And because I've already pushed it underneath the embroidery thread a few times, but I'm just gonna cut it off. Let's make life a little bit easier for us. Right? Put this to the side. And that's okay. This part right here is not as clean, but that's okay because I'm going to show you a trick to add more thread to it. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go underneath the embroidery thread, underneath it, go around just a little bit, and then we're going to go in between the two fabrics, the front and the back. And what I do is I have my finger on the outside to make sure that the thread doesn't go, or the needle doesn't go through to the other side. That way people see the thread. But you're going in between the fabric and go next to the other grommet. So I'll show you when I get this thread into the needle, and then we'll go from there. Okay, like I said, you're going to go underneath all the way through. Be careful not to pull too hard because then the tail is going to go pull out. The tail is going to pull out. Anyway, hold on to the tail and then go through, underneath. Oop, oop, don't get the other fabric. There you go. Make sure you hold on to that tail so it doesn't run away from you. All right. Once you do that, then you're going to look on the outside, and you see how you can still see the metal part, and that's what we're going to need to cover. Okay, so I'm going to cover that, and then we're going to go to the next step. Remember how I went the back, and then we're going to go to the front? That way we can see what we still have the cover. That we can keep it clean. Okay, how does that look? That looks good. Okay, so now this is where we ended. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, like I said before, we're gonna put the needle, actually before we do, let's make it in a better spot. I'll go all the way against the grommet, push it through, and we're going to go in the middle. Okay, and now it's in the middle. So now let's go against the grommet and try to go in between the two fabrics. So you see that? So now we're going to flip it, and we're going to make sure that the needle isn't going through the fabric. See? No needle, no thread, nothing like that. There we go. And that's how we switch it. Oh, goodness gracious. That's okay. That's okay. Boom. Fixed. Here we go. All right. Go through. And all done. So now you're going to do the same thing. But that's how I cover my grommets the most efficient way that I can think of. Now, like I said before, if you find a other way to do it that suits you better, go for it. It's whatever feels right for you, and whatever feels comfortable for you. But for me, this is the fastest way that I do it. And like I said, the cleanest. But you see how it's already going fast. All right, so I'm going to let you go. Happy Wednesday. Have a good crafting day. If you're at work, I'm sorry because I have to go to work too. But at least I don't have to go in until later on. Like I don't have to be on the phone until like 11:30. All right, so have a nice day, guys. See ya.